Hello dear friends, welcome to this program, our moments with God, our moments with the Word of God, our moments with the love, mercy, compassion and care of God as God, yesterday we heard, through Jesus becomes the good shepherd who takes care of his sheep and who looks after the needs of his sheep or us faithful people, and our moments also with the holy ones of God, those who have gone before us and who are trying to live a holy life by being in touch with oneself to find out how far they are progressing or not progressing in the spiritual life. And if you like, you may please subscribe to this channel and also share the video with others. Thank you. Yesterday was the fourth Sunday of Easter, but it is also known as the Good Shepherd Sunday, and we spoke about how Jesus is a good shepherd. And as luck would have it, today the reading continues about the Good Shepherd, where Jesus says that whoever enters by the false door is not a real, is a thief, and only the one who enters through the gate is the true shepherd, and he claims himself to be the true shepherd. But before I go further on that, I would like to draw our attention to the first reading, which was also quite impressive or quite touching for me personally, because in the first reading we find how Peter, who had eaten with the Gentiles, and when he goes back, the people, when they have come to know that he had eaten with Gentiles, they are upset with him, because that time Jews and Gentiles did not mix with one another. It was like a caste system, really like a caste system. And that's why they were not eating with one another. And because Peter had eaten with them, they were upset with him. How could you eat with somebody who is Gentile or who is, according to them, unclean? Like in our caste system in Indian, there are people who are considered unclean, and the people of higher caste do not eat with them. It was exactly the same situation that people were objecting to. But then Peter has a very wonderful explanation. He explains to them about the dream that he saw a big sheet of came down from heaven in which there were all kinds of animals, and he heard the voice 3 times, take and eat, slaughter and eat. Then Peter said, no, how can I eat anything, because my lips have never experienced anything that is wrong to be eaten or anything unclean to be eaten, because he was meaning like the Jews. But the voice tells him all that God has created is clean. And this is wonderful thing that we need to understand about how Christianity teaches about equality. That Jesus' coming, his death and resurrection has given equal dignity and respect for every human being, regardless of the color of his skin, regardless of where he is born, in which country, rich or poor. There is no caste. There are no Gentiles and there are no Samaritans and there are no Israelites. We are all one in Jesus Christ, and all are clean, including all that God has created, as the first reading says. And that's why this being a good shepherd makes more sense. I wanted to connect those two, and it is a true connection, that Jesus being a good shepherd is not only for Christians or not only for those who followed him. He is a good shepherd for everyone. Of course, he is criticizing the thieves who come to steal the sheep. Yeah, there are those who steal the sheep from the church, as it were, from you know that very well. They come and tell you how Catholic Church is wrong and how worshipping Mary, they think it is worshipping Mary or things like that. But that is all false claims. Even our new Pope Leo XIV, in his inaugural blessing, he ended his blessing and prayer with Hail Mary, full of grace. And the next day, his first trip outside of Rome was to a Marian shrine in Genzano, that is near Nemi, 2 kilometers away from Nemi, from our SVD house. Genzano is a place where there is an Augustinian friary, and where he has been. Last year he celebrated Mass there. He went to visit the shrine of Our Lady because for him she holds a very important place and role, and therefore all of us are equal in the eyes of God is the message that we have, both as from the first reading, everything is pure and clean what God has created, and the good shepherd that Jesus is takes care of all of us, provided we listen to his voice, recognize his voice, and follow his voice and his teachings. And my dear friends, if you like, you may please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.